Good morning, students. In the last class we already discussed about the some of the photo electronic devices, that is photodiode and photovoltaic cell. So today topic is photo transistor. Before going to the photo transistor, first of all we about know the transistor. So in the second unit we discussed two types of transistors, that is PNP transistor and NPN transistor. But these two type of transistor we prefers only NPN transistor, because compared to PNP transistor, NPN transistor gives the current at a small amount of voltages. Okay, so in the photo transistor we are using NPN transistor. So coming to NPN transistor also works like a photodiode, because photodiode gives the light as input and electricity as output. So phototransistor also gives light as input and electricity as output. Okay, so in this phototransistor we observing three types of terminals, that is base, emitter and collector. And we can observe two types of junctions, that is base emitter junction and base collector junction. So according to the transistor configurations, in this we are using common collector configuration. So in common collector configuration, base and collector as input and emitter and collector as output. Okay, coming to the construction, in the construction we are using three different types of layers. Three different means one n-type layer and one p-type layer, but the p-type layer separates p-type layer separates one n-type material into two n-type layers. Okay, so first of all, a thin heavily doped p-type layer is located at the top of the n-type layer. So once you have to observe this, NPN means one p-type material is between two n-type materials. Okay, so in this, a thin heavily doped p-type material is located top of the n-type layer. So this is the n-type layer. In this top, p-type layer will be formed. Okay, next another n-type material is placed on p-type layer. Okay, another n-type layer is placed on top of the p-type layer. Okay, na? So in this n-type layer is used to expose to the light, like this is used as the input. Okay, so in this layer light is exposed. Okay, it converted into the electrical energy. Okay, so observe this construction. This is the n-type layer and p-type layer, and final n-type layer means the topmost n-type layer works as emitter. So emitter means it is used to absorb the light to convert into the electrical energy. Okay, so coming to characteristics. So in this characteristics, the characteristics curves are drawn between collector emitter voltage on x-axis and collector current on y-axis. Okay, so we already told that collector emitter works as a output. So collector emitter junction works as output means the voltage is voltage between collector and emitter, that is on x-axis, and collector current is output, that is on y-axis. We can observe different curves for different light intensity. If light intensity is increases, automatically the electricity is also increases. Okay, coming to applications. So the main application of phototransistor is to trigger an SCR at low light levels. So trigger means on to off or off to on. So to convert on to off and off to on, this is called trigger. So to trigger the SCR, we are using the phototransistor. For example, a light is placed on phototransistor, it automatically on. On this situation, SCR is also on. For example, there is no light on phototransistor, automatically phototransistor off and SCR also off. So this is the simple photo electronic devices, that is the phototransistor. Coming to LED, next topic. So LED means light emitting diode. So this is a little bit difference to previous photo electronic devices, because previous three topics are input is light and output is the electricity. But in LED, light is the output and electricity is the output. So electricity is the input and light is the output. That's why it called as the light emitting diode. It emits the light as output. Okay. So in this light emitting diode, we are simply using the PN junction diode in forward biased condition. Okay. So we can observe different types of LEDs. Like in the types of colors, we can observe red and green, yellow, different types of LEDs. So the light color variation is based on the semiconducting materials. Light emitting diode is based on PN junction diode. PN junction diode forward biased. But PN junction diode construction by using the semiconductor materials. We can use different types of semiconductor materials. So in this LEDs, mainly using GA, gallium arsenic and gallium phosphorus, gallium arsenic phosphorus. Different types of materials are using to construct the LEDs. For example, we are using the GAP as a semiconductor material. It gives red or green lights. Okay. Next, gallium arsenic phosphate it also gives yellow something. So different types of semiconductor materials, it gives the different types of colors. But gallium arsenic is different, because this is mainly used in IR LEDs. So IR means infrared. So infrared means this is invisible. Okay. So mainly these type of LEDs are used in security systems. Okay. So coming to LED construction. So this is the symbol for LED. So anode and cathode representation means positive, negative. Light emitting diode. So that's why the two arrow marks are outside direction. In the previous class we discussed about photodiode. So a small difference between photodiode and LED. So these two are based on PN junction diode. Towards the diode arrow mark, for example, arrow marks are towards the PN junction diode, it represents photodiode. So in this, electricity is output and light is input. But LEDs arrow marks are outward direction. So outward direction means it gives light as output, electricity as input. Okay. So coming to construction. So construction means simply PN junction construction. So PN junction means one P-type material and one N-type material combined together by using the diffusion techniques. So in the P-type material, majority carriers are holes, and N-type materials, majority carriers are electrons. But except these two materials, one base is also used. So this base is also called as the cathode, and another anode is also used. This material is a glass material. So by using the glass material, the light is easily exposed towards outside. Okay. This base is used to mainly gold film. By using gold film, the light is easily travels from base to outer field. Okay. So in this process, by connecting the forward connection for the P-type material and N-type material, means forward connection means P-type material is connected to positive terminal of the battery and n-type material is connected to negative terminal of the battery. So by connecting the forward bias direction, the holes are move towards the electrons and electrons also move towards the holes. So in this we can observe the recombination of holes and electrons. So in this situation, the electrons are releases some amount of heat and some amount of light. That light we can use it as the output. Okay. So this is the figure we can observe in LED shape. Okay. So in this we can observe anode and cathode. So anode is a little bit long compared to cathode. This is used to, we can easily identify where it is positive and where it is negative for external connection. So in this PN junction is also observed. So PN junction means this is the semiconducting material. By using the semiconductor material, the glass exposes the different types of colors. Okay. So this type of LEDs we can use in different types of applications. The applications are mainly used in 7 segment displays. So most of the applications are based on only 7 segment displays. Okay, 7 segment. Why it is called as a 7 segment? We can observe 7 lines. So each line represents single LED. Okay, so this 7 segment display we can use in different types of applications, that is digital watches, microprocessors and calculators and multimeters. Okay, so coming to characteristics, in this characteristic curve is drawn between forward current and light as output and forward current is input. This is the forward bias. That's why we are calling it is a forward current. And light is calculated in the units of lumens. Okay. So based on the forward current, it provides the output. Okay. Thank you.